Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Clara. Hi, Myth. Hoi, hoi. How are you all doing today? I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. Ugh. Anywho, how are you all doing today? Chair squeaky. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but chair squeaky. Anywho, so today, we are going to be, it's the Uncle Mylon. Yes, you're just in a bad mood today. The reason is still unknown, but you are. I've had days like that. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it gets better, though. So, today we're gonna be doing more MSQ. Yay, more MSQ. And if you remember, we were on, It's Probably Pirates. We're gonna go investigate Sestasha, which is the first dungeon of the game. And I have decided, not that we're gonna do duty support for it, but I want to play as a dancer because of this skill right here. They get it at level 15, and it is a very spicy AoE. You're sleepy but not tired, sleepy but content sleepy. Fair enough, you're laying in bed so you're comfy at least. Very good. Very good. Oh, my hotbar is jank. Hold on one second. There we go. Sweet deal. Alright. Is there a roll skill that I'm missing or something? Whatever. Anywho, let us move this down here a little bit. That's gonna bug me. There we go. Okay. You're gonna steal one of my boxes? No! Stealing is not allowed. You're just killing in the recliner. Nice. You got an event setter that you do not want to go to, but you have to as granddaughter of the owners. I felt that. You're gonna make yourself look good. There. Nar, stealing one of my boxes is illegal. I was gonna say, this is not available yet, but anyway. Sure. Marauder, Conjurer, Thaumaturge. Alright, let's do it. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna go to System Config. And I'm gonna go to Character Config. And I'm gonna go to... Here we go. This one. Sweet. So that it doesn't skip the cutscenes for the dungeon. There we go. Alright, let's do this. It's only illegal if you're caught, and if you catch when you're stinky, I will have my minion catch you. And therefore, I am not the stinky one. Welcome to Sestasha. But you want to steal? Nar. Stealing is unallowed. Alright. The other advantage of having picked a ranged physical DPS is I have Peloton. Perish. Wait. 100 versus... Oh, no, it's actually more damage to my single target on 2 targets. Whee! Noom. Time to dance! Perish. Oh, not dead yet. Now you are. Alright, so the first dungeon has an interesting mechanic. In that we need to read his bloody memo, and we need to remember that the captain likes his wine red. That will be important later. Uno, dos, tres! And now it's 3, so I can use my AoE. Right, 300. Yeah, definitely more damage. Who the minion? I haven't decided yet. Can you steal someone's heart because you're so totally attractive? I mean, you can steal mine. Whee! I stole yours a long time ago when you adopted me. I mean, fair, but still. I'm still right, aren't I? Oh, this is a point blank area. I was not aware of that. I feel dumb now. Hey, clam! Perish. Motherfucker! Re. And one of your kidneys. Nar. This is illegal. Don't mind me, I'm just dancing. Perish. Dungeon gameplay will get much more interesting once we're at a higher level. But, for now... Perish! This increases my damage, right? Yeah, okay. I don't mind low-level dancers so much. It's got a spicy AoE. It's not that bad. Open up! Open up, it's the police! Okay. Perish. Aha! So, as we recall, the captain liked his wine red. Bam. Check your left side. The purple where? What? The unfortunate issue is Dancer's single target damage is not phenomenal. But it's alright. I don't need the treasure coffer. We're just gonna move on. Hello, I am here to dance. Perish. Hey, look at me. I'm doing victory things. Get danced on. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I have aggro. There you go. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Good tank. I didn't mean to AoE again, but okay. Sweet. We need the key. Perish. Does this... Wait, I need to look at standard finish, not standard stat. Here it is. Oh yeah, it doesn't do as much damage for other targets. Okay. But it's a 720 potency AoE, so it's pretty good. Perish. Now I need this key. Do 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 do. This isn't going so bad. There we go. Bonkos. We knew. Perish. New. I have aggro. Okay. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Boss time. You sully our spawning grounds, Shorewalker. I forgot that there was dialogue. But it was fast dialogue, so it's alright. Painless fools. Alright. The Lord of the world shall sup upon your souls. Not if I have anything to say about it. $64,000 question. Can we charge the second limit break bar or nah? DPS check! DPS check! We can do it! We can do it! Yes! And it perishes. We are victorious. Here we go. I don't need a Foe Striker's shirt. Get that crap out of here. And the whatever this is. What is this? Oh, it's legs. Oh, it's a skirt, not a shirt. I'm smart. Let us be went. Let us journey forth into the great wild blue yonder. I'm gonna just stick on Dancer. It's gonna be fine. Alright. Batter onto the drowning wench. I need to teleport over to Limsa. One of these days, I hope to get an overlay so that my chat box and my PNG don't take up the screen. It's a work in progress. I asked someone, I actually did, like, look into it and ask someone, hey, is this possible if you could do this? I actually asked the same person who, is eventually doing my model, but... But that's gonna be a bit. We knew. All right. Such a task was on the books. Was mine. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Hi there. Might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sestasha? Yes. It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers, as yet unborn, to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Bite Smilin's ears. Nar! The ears are off limits. Purpose can sustain you through the times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, sir. I like this guy. I throw discus. Back then, are ya? With all your limbs and a tail to tell, I'll wager. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Fishbacks. And there I was, thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Those ears are nom. Nar. No. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sestasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for no more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see. Seems the forest folk are needing of some adventurer who can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. I am good. I just started the stream. We're good. Party fighter unlocked. Oh boy, only 90 levels later. Okay. Yeah. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania, and that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it poses any trouble for an adventurer as survived the Bedlam in Sestasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Miyun, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. Okay, bye. This is what? 1,000? No, not 1,000 more. Is it 1,000 more? I want a milkshake too, Jacob. A milkshake sounds really good right now. Is it 1,000 moss? Hold on. What would control shift? Whatever. Come on. Is it 1,000 moss? I don't remember. No, not Heaven's Word. Tomtar Deep Crop, that's what it is. Meow, meow. We do a new. Mile, if you yawn, I'll yawn. You're welcome. Don't mind me. I'm fine. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh? I'm not here to dine. Dare I hope that you're the adventurer Baderon sent word about? You are? The matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mion, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Let's go! That's what you get. Ready for that briefing? Good! Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mion, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward. And good morrow to you too, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Hey, bud. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the butt. I know a cheat on making milkshakes with the microwave. Ice cream in the microwave! Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tantara Deepcroft. I did not mean to hit that button. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking around the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Sure thing, bud. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. I'll be fine. I'm lazy. And also I have over 6 million gil. So. Easy. Noom. I think we're making really good progress to this story, though. I know it's been shortened, but... Oh, hello. Think of our goals, sister. One day our adventures will be the stuff of song, and it will all be worth it. Gods, I hate mausoleums. It's not right to disturb the dead in their slumber. So we meet again. I cannot say I'm surprised to see you here. You took the prize back in Limsa, but this time we will give you better sport, or I am no true adventurer. Well, buddy, I'm sorry to tell you. Childish curiosity prompted me to commit the most elementary of blunders. Were not for the fruit that Alion found my adventures, or whatever. Anyway. I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit that. You're Milo Moro, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity and put an end to the 6th Astral Era. The cultists took the lesser moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Okay. Tantara Deepcroft. Yoinky woinkies. Dungeon al numero dos. Lots of growly boys. Alright. And here we go. Perish. we go. Murder. Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill. I'm gonna wait to do my dance until the next pull. Don't mind me, I'm just dancing. Boom. Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill. Oh, there's another thing. Perish. That didn't do a lot of damage. You're back running, gotta get set and get you to update. Okay. Take your time, take your time. Don't worry about it. I'm just tossing discuses at this food. What level do I get this at? Ooh, 25. That's pretty soon. I can hit everyone, right? Not quite. No, hold on. I gotta hit these three. Actually, we're just gonna go ahead and slap this guy. There we go. Perish. Six hours till it's done? Oh my goodness. I am sorry. we go. What level do I... Oh, that's level 30, okay. New patch, but you have popcorn? Nice. Popcorn, always amazing. The single pulls are strong with this one. So we're gonna single target this. Perish. I have an idea. A test of your reflexes. Oh, let me, do that. There we go. Excuse me. Yes, a limit break. We have our limit break bar. Come on, buddy. This hits all four, right? Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. Grab this. Yes, I can hit all of them. I meant to dance there. One orb. Two orb. And cutscene. And I'm gonna get a drink of water. Who summons me from the void to reside within this cruel vessel? not cross our gates in search of blood. Whatever. You got RPG in a box for free. What? Oh. Now's your chance to be a big shot! Hey, look, a blue spell. I'm not bothering with ads. The others will get them. There we go. Epic Games gives out games every week through the launcher. I may not agree with company practices, but I will never turn down free games. Fair enough. Fair enough. Here, Wiggle. I will never get tired of that. Easy. Okay. Oh, wait, shoot, hold on. How do I open that? Oh, right. Welcome back, Mylon. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Bateron's ringing endorsement left me little doubt as to your capabilities, but so you are to be commended. But Lord Lewin asked me to pass on this message. Or wait, no. I can't scale down the window, so I don't know what that says. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventure. Look! I was zoning out, okay? My brain was elsewhere. No. Pass on his thanks, okay. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. Watch me make a random game that's a meme. That's what most random games are. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Avir's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. Lesson learned to all your tanks. Keep your healer within line of sight. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah, to the house with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Well, wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much, at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. That always broke your heart? Yeah, me too. And that story does not stop there. Avir and, I forget the conjurer's name, but that story of that woman doesn't stop there. It continues on with a side quest into a dungeon called the Palace of the Dead. Edda? Yeah, that's her name, thank you. Anywho. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I will be glad to share the details with you. Sure thing. But yeah, her quest continues at Palace of the Dead, and it's not a happy one. Man, unavailable! Oh, it was just lagging a little bit. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful! As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Mylon, and good luck. Okay, bye. Ul'dah. You know, it'd probably be a cheaper teleport to teleport to my house first and then Ul'dah, but I'm lazy. Anyway. I didn't even hit that again. In one of my playthroughs, I went into this big ass mansion dungeon. She was killing people to restore her beauty. That wasn't Edda. That was someone else. That wasn't Edda. But I know what dungeon you're talking about. That's later. That's Hawken Manor. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you, Mylon! And there I was, spouting the same tired line. Mion sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Yeah, let's go. Doop 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 doop. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Hi, Papa Shan. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. Oh? Why, if it isn't my good friend Mylon. It does my spirit well to know that you are the one who will be helping us. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Mylon of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina & Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place, not the palace. It's dungeon. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecaton Shares, I think. Something along those lines. Fearsome creatures who were seared within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layers of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. The tale! It do a swish. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecaton shares to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is often the way of such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecaton shares, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rise in demand for the building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great. Then so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Okay. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? And one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina & Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Okay. Okay. Oh, hi. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you've got skills to go with them, cause the things ain't pretty down there. The Hecaton shares have left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the Second Old Dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong! Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in a company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch of the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation is resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Okay. Do 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 do. Ugh. Excuse me. Okay. We're off towards the wizard, the wonderful wizard of mines. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hecaton shares? I didn't think that Papa Shan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Sweet. Come on. There we go. Alright, Copperbell Mines! Here we go! I like the new boss fights in this one, actually. They're actually pretty fun. Me just mashing buttons. What level am I sync to? 20? Interesting, interesting. I would think I'd get something at 20. Oh, reverse cascade! A damage buff! A bam! Cause that's 280, that's 280, that's 220. Oh, wait, no, I need a key. There's the key. There we go. Okay, bye guys. It'll be fine, I'll just tank this dungeon. Damage up, damage up. Everybody likes the damage up. Okay. Oh, hi. Go. Do, 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 do. Acquire fire sand. Acquire fire sand. Place fire sand in slot. Boom goes the dynamite! See, these bosses have actual mechanics now. This tank's a bit of an idiot. Do do do. Do 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 do. Bye. Noom. Fire sand. More fire sand. Do 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 do. Another boss fight. Oh, I have aggro. You tried to syrup me. I don't appreciate. Remember when this fight used to be a waiting game? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Another divide. There we go. Easy. There will be an attempt to skip enemies, because enemies no longer give XP. I have aggro! Go. Time for the final boss, which I don't remember the mechanics here. Because this one has some unique special mechanics. Slaves no more! Free! Free! I'm sorry about this, buddy. Masters must pay! Masters must die! Oh, I haven't. Okay. I'm gonna wait on the limit break because, you know, it might be possible that we, charge the second one, but I don't know. Don't mind me, I'm just going to sit on Mylon's head and nap. I mean, that is a comfy spot. Now's your chance to be a big shot! Uh-oh. There we go. Let's go! I don't need a foe striker's tabard. And there we go. There's the triplet of dungeons. 15, 16, and 17. I think the next dungeon is at 22? Next MSQ one at any rate. We can check that. Hold on. Oh no, it's Bowl of Embers at 20. Which should sync me to like 24? Oh, I get my first straight at 30, okay. That's Fan Dance. I don't know what Bowl of Embers will sync me to. Oh, hello, Instance Fight. Oh, I was wondering when this Instance Fight was. I was like, wait. I remember there being an Instanced Fight around this point, but I don't remember exactly where it was. I'll do it as a dancer. Sure, why not? I probably should have flipped onto like Monk or something, but... Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Mbodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. A hydrate? Okay. Oh, a hydrate and a stretch. Okay, well, 1 second then. Oh, and a posture check. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Let me get up and I will stretch really quick. We stretch. And to the left. And to the right. And bend down to stretch your toes. There we go. Thank you. And a posture check. I will definitely maintain good posture. Thank you. No! I don't know. Scream. It screamed. I don't know. What do you want? What do you want from me, man? I thought this was earlier. I can't lie. I thought this fight was earlier, but... Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. But please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. Whatever. Whatever, guy. Whatever, guy. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Ah, yes, the anime hair. The anime protagonist pick them out in the crowd challenge. Any percent speed run. But please, adventurer, help me, I beg of you. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. Oh, I really should have run monk. Teach this guy how to run a pugilist. Don't worry, I will dance circles around you. Teach them a lesson. Get danced on. The rest of you can watch. Not bad for an event. Oh, I hit that dude. I hit that dude with the dance. That's kind of funny. I should have stopped at the 7th ale. Done! Also, hi, Speaky. How you doing, bud? Get danced on. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Just fine? Nice. Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Ah, not this again! Hey, lady! I'm gonna need a nap. You lurk. Nice. Have a happy lurk, my guy. You know, at first glance, the superpower of being able to see the past doesn't seem super useful, but it actually can be. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins, get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanaland. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. He's not wrong. He's not entirely wrong. Sir, are you alright? I'm fine! Just a quick doze. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? Go... What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd! I did. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Grr, I will overlook this, but just this once. God's bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. I gained 27 experience points. Let's go. I'm rich. I'm gonna flip classes after this cutscene. All's well that ends well. Dad cred! We meet again. Pray, do not mistake my intent, for it is always honorable, but I have been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a man on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailingly courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my friend, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being somewhat in awe of you. But my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you to understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Tell her the scions of the seventh dawn have found their man, and she will tell you where to find us. Alright, but I am going to switch classes, just to kind of have a cool glam. Wee. Alright. And also for big damage punchies. That's the innkeep. Momodi! Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Aww, it's a cute little sprout. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with a womanfolk from time to time. Ah, Mylan, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course, and neither did Papa Shan, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Hi, Etta! Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Etta. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Aver, and Aver. I think it's Aver, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Aver once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. I'm Mylon. Mylon Morrow. I shan't forget. Thank you, Mylon Morrow. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. I am sorry, Etta. Your fate is a cruel one. Adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Mylon. Oh, thank you. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the scions of the 7th Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Mylon, the scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Sorry. I swear I took medicine before stream. I did. I promise you all. I took medicine. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise. I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being old on. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these scions of the 7th Dawn, you can. They're good people who have made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Mylon. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you could probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Mylon, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend Momodi. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Alright. We're gonna teleport to Horizon really quick. Excuse me. Time to fly! This makes this trip so much quicker. I do not miss making this trip on foot every, half hour in the MSQ. Alright. Daru Daru, this is the IRS. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonesome flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... I'm looking for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Here at the behest of Thancred? Oh, right, yes, him too. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Dad Crit. I love Tataru. Yeah, she's great. Mylan Morrow, Mylan Morrow. Ah, here you are, right under M, in the middle of the list. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Pray, return to the Waking Sands. Alright. I take it you are Mylan Morrow. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. She's adorable. She is absolutely phenomenal, and she gets even better as you progress through the MSQ.
You're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
Thank you for being voiced.
Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words.
Which is how we understand Ascians.
In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace.
Get that tea, Mylan, and spill it. What tea? What tea?
Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm.
She has the... No, she has the Echo.
I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose.
Trauma of their past. That's T. Oh. Is it? Okay. I've heard the saying spill the beans, but not spill the tea.
Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I
Slang
implore
words,
you,
my get with the you.
lend us your power.
I don't know, Logan. I'm old, man. Have you not heard of the phrase "give me the tea" or "spill the tea"? No, I've heard the phrase "spill the beans," but not "spill the tea." Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. Same basic meaning. It's probably like a northern versus southern thing, but it just threw me for a second. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. I have 2 of them. I'm older than you and I know this. I'm old. The papers you requested, my lady. Hi, Tataru. Thank you, Tataru. The tea, Mylan, the gossip, the drama. What? It's more like a boomer versus TikTok thing. I'm not TikTok, though. I don't have a TikTok. I don't. Everyone else in my family does, but I don't. But what tea do you want me to spill? Like, I don't know what you want from me. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. If you're old, then I'm ancient. You will need to consult a retainer advocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. They are, in fact, quite useful. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, as I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray, keep it safe. Alright. Hiring a retainer. Why am I getting this help window? We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Mylan. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. Does Mylan know what censure means? Yes, without fear of having to censor yourself, basically. The phrase "spill the tea" comes from the fact that most tea parties that the Upper Well throw are used to swap stories, the local gossip and drama amongst each other. Oh, swap stories, the local gossip and drama amongst each other. Oh. Well, I'm not Upper Wells, so this has been a thing since before Victorian times. Cool, interesting. The more you know.
I take it you will help us.
I did say that, yes.
Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Charlian ring any bells?
It does, but not for the reasons you think it does.
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlians were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea.
Censure isn't censor, it's to be disapproved of. Oh, okay. I mean, it's similar enough. It still makes sense within context. I was close enough.
When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popolimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
You're just picking on me? Nah, you're all good, my mans.
Hello there.
Your voice sounds way different.
Welcome.
Okay.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He's
I know
our
you.
man here in Ulda, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. I never doubted that you'd come.
I'd use the power of the Echo to get the tea on everyone. Fair enough.
If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Yastola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Funny hunch, I don't think Y'shtola's voice actor has changed at all since ARR. Because she still sounds very similar at the end game. Which is interesting to know.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Unfortunately, Gideon Emery is no longer Urianger's voice actor, and it makes me sad. How does the short person have such a deep voice and the taller lady has a shrill voice? I don't know. I don't know. Did all the other VAs change? Yes. Everybody else's VA has changed since ARR. Except for, I think, Y'shtola, because she actually sounds pretty darn similar. That was not Num0. There we go.
The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
I love Gideon Emery's voice. I can't.
At the battle
A Realm Reborn.
our
Oh, hold on.
leader was taken from us, but we did not stray from our purpose.
ARR stands for A Realm Reborn. It's basically the base game. It's ARR, and then, I guess, ARR Patches, which is the 80 Quests of Pain or whatever. Which is still ARR, A Realm Reborn. It's the base game. And then you have Heavensward, and then the Heavensward Patches, and then Stormblood, and then Stormblood Patches, and then Shadowbringers, and then Shadowbringers Patches, and then Endwalker. And we're in the Endwalker Patches right now, as far as current. It's not time for me, Melon. I'm sleeping on your head. I won't drool, I promise. Okay, as long as you don't drool on my forehead, we're fine. But yeah, ARR is basically the abbreviation for quote-unquote base game. And I think each expansion has changed at least one of them. At least one of these NPCs, if not multiple. But, because I think, like, Ida has gone through multiple different VAs. Papalimos had the same one, actually, since the beginning. Thancred has gone through multiple VAs. Urianger has gone through... I think whenever it changes from Gideon Emery to whoever it is, whenever that happens, that's who it is since, or, like, that's who the VA is up till now, so. Anyway.
We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together establish the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
What's the tea on why so many? They wanted... I guess they wanted to depict the characters aging as you progress through the story, would be my best guess. And then specifically with Gideon Emery, there was a whole scandal around him, and so they had to drop him, unfortunately. So...
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm.
I don't think Minfilia's voice actor changes either. I think hers stays consistent as well. But I could be wrong about that.
Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
This Tataru's...
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Yes, Tataru's voice actor changes as well. Maybe once or twice, but it does change.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task.
I like her outfit, not gonna lie. Who, Minfilians?
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
I hear Balthier.
We have received a
I just
request
hear
for
Balthier.
aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emolja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
Sweet deal. Thancred. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Alright. Off we go. Aye, I'm Isambard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Sweet deal. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. I don't know why my brain just stopped there. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Adama Landama. Innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Well, time for a fight. Penlar? Penlar? Goodbye. Chair squeaky. I'm just gonna deliver this guy 3 corpses. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yeah, here you go. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. But I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Let's say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves. It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings, 12 forbid it to be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. Rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the end, quaffing away the day's earnings. Sure, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Alright. Doo-doo-doo. Hi, Ungust. Bleh. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What in the 7 hells do you want with me now? I have a note for you. Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Okay. Hungry beggar. Hello, sir. Please, sir, just leave me be. Oh, okay, bye. I've nothing to say but this. Thaltake who, or whatever, has been feeding off us lowfolk. Well, what do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Wow, they kind of are scared. I'm not gonna you. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. That's suspicious. Fred is with her. Fred is with her, what? Welcome back. back, Mylon. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquess. Marquess? We're committing, Marquess. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Hello, I am Marquess, yes. A body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Boop. Get buried. Get buried. There we go. I buried it. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. We know exactly who that is. I mean, nobody's saying anything, but yeah. But maybe Sister Orsen can. She's been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orsen within the church walls. Okay, bye. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants. It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquess would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquess, and soon. Dad Cred, why did you take offense to Marquis over here? Cutscene! Thank you, Mylon. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? Ow, my neck! You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Mylon? Hi, Dad Cred. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share his passion with you and your fellow mutual friend and our Wow, my tongue. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from praying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good Sister Orsen herself? Orsen? She wouldn't. She couldn't! Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquess, I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Doot. Sister Orsen, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she. Could it? I grow wary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Mylon, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. Are you not gonna tell me the name of the kid? Or are you just gonna have me search for the kid? You don't know which kid it is? Okay. Broncos. Please help! Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her about my lost shiny. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside heard her? Please find her. Excuse me. Oh, nar, whatever shall we do? Get perished? You were the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. I don't think it's Orson. She seems too nice. I don't think she'd be helping Amalja and kidnap people. If you're wondering, the answer is yes, I do know who it is, but I'm just kind of playing up the part, you know? Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially led on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Okay, bye. Man, flight makes this so easy. Ah, there you are, Mylon. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about the good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but... well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Mylon. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Okay. None of them will attack me. Don't you worry. I could walk through them and be perfectly fine. Oh, look at this. A leaflet. Nani? I didn't expect it to pull another one. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? I found a note. This leaflet. See the wealth of Null to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nalthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. I am a snowman. Oh, I thought it was in here. Is it in here? It is in here. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? I have a leaflet that I need you to take a look at this. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? It seems likely. The plot thickens, Mylon. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lead the credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Okay. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Mylon. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Mylon and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I am next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Mylon, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Please give me the gear. Okay, good. Equip. Equip. It's just the two pieces, right? Yeah, okay. I definitely look like I belong. You Stinky? Hey, wait a minute, Nika. I'm not Stinky. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Not Stinky. Nar, says the cat sitting in a stinky box. My box is has not been washed for weeks, and I'll have you know that it smells sublime. I preach the teachings of Azema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. I didn't know about that, but okay. Oh wait, no, the other person is up top, so I'm gonna go over here. I think your nose is confused. Nar. I think your nose is the confusion. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Alright, go back to more bendy lore. Alright, thank you for dropping in, Nika. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Okay, bye. Joke's on you, it can fly! I am no normal refugee. Hi. What is it? God's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Oh, dad cred! You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Mylon. The camp is abuzz with the talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, We were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place. Rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Hello, Dad Cred. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Mylon. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. The leaflet bears the teachings of Nal. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of Panuri. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, August. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me! Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Almalza raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, and yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. What? Not you again! Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flame's patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No! I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There will be time enough to learn the truth. Oh. Mylan, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Pray, return to the Weakening Sands. Okay, hold on. I would like to re-equip my armor. There we go. And I don't need these anymore. Actually, we're just gonna bang, bang, boom. There we go. I'm gonna get another drink of water. Ugh. High on high I stand, gazing down to see endless gardens awaiting me. Anyway, that's the boss fight song that this map is from. Just in case you didn't get it. Hi, Tataru. No, I meant that. There we go. There we go. Welcome back, Mylon. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalta know the answer. Suffice it to say they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mudamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mudamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mudamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mudamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mudamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanland, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Oh, gee. It's up here, I think. Yeah. Oh, who is Uplander come to tentering of Mutamix bubbly pots? I have a dagger for you. Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. No, wait. Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes, Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Shakal, Mudamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. I am. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mudamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mudamix, yes? Shakal! Fighty Tool is unstrung as eating tool. Make good teachy show with power of materia. The materia, master. Now, eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Shakal, materia join with Fighty Tool? Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Little Goblin make thing. Yes, yes. He do a good job. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. Your COVID shot is hurting your arm. Oh, I'm sorry. I felt that though. I remember when I got either my second or my third vaccination that like my arm felt dead. And it like legit hurt for a week straight, and it was not fun. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mudamix turned that dagger of yours from someone that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. This is your fourth? Yeah. They get worse as the more you get, but aren't they good for like 6 years or something? Pshkall. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. You need it for FurryCon in January? Ah, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. If Uplander wants Braincase to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mudamix. Fortunately, I already know how to enhance materia and such. Well, don't need it, but you'd rather not get sick. Yeah, fair enough. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I have Dargon. I have a Drogon. Do you play Valheim? I do not know what Valheim is. What is this game that you speak of? What is... I don't... Wait, what game is it? Tell me! Viking Survival? That sounds interesting. Like, it's like... Horde mode-ish? Or is it like... a survival game? A good you should play? I will look into it. So I can drag you around to stab trolls. Mood. Welcome back, Mylon. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. It did. 1 second. Okay, never mind. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. It doesn't make a huge difference, but sure, okay. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one only need look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Mylon, so make it your ally. It has... wait, Janie tried this game called The Forest. Oh, I know The Forest. It has cannibals. You do. I'm watching more Valheim videos for the upcoming update. I felt that whenever there's an upcoming update for FF14, I'm like constantly on the prowl. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Well, good news, I'm ready to begin. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalta to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalta responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalta are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provided to them, Mylon. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. Forest also good? Forest is like somewhere between a survival and a horror game, alright? When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. I don't remember if I own the forest or not. I think I do, but I could be wrong. I don't remember if I bought it or not. I remember seeing it on sale, but I don't remember if I bought it when it was on sale. That's the reason why I'm a tad confused. There you are. Ah, you're Mylon Moro of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on your mission. Our objective is to capture Amalta and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizardmen aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalta plot if the mission succeeds, Mylon. Let's make sure it does. Alright. We're gonna monk this up. This is gonna be great. Monk has one less button than Dancer, interestingly enough. That is a surprise. Oh, nar, an instanced fight. Whoever would have guessed? Not me. Well, Snowy just got glomped. Snowy get glomped a lot. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalta appear. Yes, sir. Why? What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Yee, I have an artist command, Nika. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ha ha ha! Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Hee hee hee! Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Well, this just went from bad to worse. Oh, I don't have an AoE. That's unfortunate. Alright. Alright, you're gonna lay down, the pain is getting pretty bad. Okay. I hope you feel better in a little bit, Nika. I will say, from my experience, if it helps, like exercising your arm and moving it around, even if it hurts, helps with the pain. From my experience. But, you know, I hope you feel better in a little bit, Nika. There we go. You know, actually, we're not gonna monk up the trial coming up. We're gonna do something else. Because low-level monk is not. There we go. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! I'm feeling a little sleepy. Bring him. The rest of you, march! Traitorous scum. We knew him. Alright, 1 second, because I know what's coming up. How's low level Reaper look? Oh yeah. Yeah, low level Reaper, let's do it. We don't have the step 3, but wait, no. How's low level Samurai? Well, I get both of my buffs, interestingly enough. Okay. Yeah, Samurai, let's do it. I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Alright, here we go. Duty support. The Bowl of Embers. And here we go. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No! Spare me, I beg you! Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Game time. Good news, I don't think I have, any positionals. Yeah, I don't. Okay. Oh, these are Scion allies now, no longer just normal dudes. That's kind of cool. Okay. Mechanics. Ow. Man, Samurai does not do a lot of damage at low levels. Darn. I mistimed that. Ah, bright. There we go. I just realized I just misspelled Time to Explore. I misspelled it in the stream title. Whatever, I'm leaving it in. We got another piece of rock candy. Let's go! Rock candy! A fine addition to my collection. Right. I am apologies. Pray, forgive my lateness. Oh, hi, Thancred. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Mylon. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ul'dan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for her to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Oh, I only got 400. That wasn't even worth it. That wasn't worth it at all. I was like, oh, let me switch to a class that could use the XP. But I forgot it was a freeze. Let me switch back to Monk. Actually, I want to run Paladin for a little bit, just to have Paladin run for a little bit. Ah, there you are, Mylon. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their gods' ignominious pickled defeat, the Amaja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now where were we? Ah yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds, for once a man is tempered, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Mylon. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. I will say, I appreciate, how much the game encourages you to take a rest, because this game's story is all about pacing yourself. Like, rushing through it will not get it done. It's not gonna happen, buddy. There is well over 200 hours in the story, and it's just, you're not rushing through that. It's going to take you a while, so sit down, relax, and enjoy it. Enjoy the story for what it is. It's a slow burn, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, basically. And so I like how often the game is like, hey, if you need the break, go and take it, man. This is a very good stopping point, and you deserve it. Not me, though. I don't need a break. We're still good for another 30 minutes or so. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Yes, I shall complete the quest. Is this voiced? No. My late arrival nearly cost Mylon his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived. But that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Hi there. Mylon, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Exploits, whatever. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalta undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you'd be curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Sorry. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a great power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait, meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Mylon. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who fell to Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Mephilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best if you heard from one of us. It concerns the attempted abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Mylon. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. I don't know if we're going to get to another dungeon tonight, but we will see. I think 1,000 Maws is next, and that's in a little bit. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Lou Swa would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. I'm Ophelia. Until not voice crack. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Thancred that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Mylon. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons! Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Laminsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Mylon, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Mylon's deeds spread so quickly, that the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other Grand Companies? Your reputation precedes you, Master Moro. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Moro. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amalja and their dread primal, yours was already a respected name in Ul'dah. Our people know you and love you well. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Laminsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia? Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Laminsa, the Order of the Twin Adder in Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your alliance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Mylon hear our leader speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. I know full well that adventurers are, by their nature, a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Mylon, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Company seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Mylon, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. I may do the remembrance services and then call it there. I don't know if it's going to be... They're long. They are some long cutscenes, but we will see. Although I will say that this might be towards the end of part 2, but I don't know. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Mylon. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services. And Elder Seedseer Connie Senna will deliver her address at Miketta's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Rabban al-Din will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwin Blow Fishfin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell! Yeah, you can do them in any order you want, but I'm going to do them in the order that she recommended. Which is Gridania, Ul'dah, and Limsa. Do 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 do. Miketta's Amphitheater. All right. Oh, there's also it's also time to meet 2 new characters that will become incredibly important to the plot. Yes, to the plot. I think we'll be able to get through all. I hope we'll be able to get through all 3.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood.
Thank you for being voiced.
Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals,
and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago.
She's pretty. Yeah, she is.
Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer.
I think your voice actor has not changed since ARR. I think your inflection has changed, and the voice actor is using a different voice for you. But I don't think it's the same. I think it's the same voice actor.
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of
This brat.
peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Your voice actor has definitely changed since ARR.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done!
It's up to us to protect the forest!
All the elementals!
That was an awkward turn animation, but okay.
If you'll permit me, Alfino.
Alfino!
And my sister, Alize, at your service.
Hi, Alize.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler.
I think your voice actor has changed,
You
actually.
might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with 2 beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Wow, I can't talk. Until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelves Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? You know, that cutscene was longer than I thought. I thought we'd be able to get through all 3. Nar, we were only able to get through 1. But that's alright. We're gonna go ahead and chill here. And this is going to have to be it for today. Thank you to everybody for coming along. Thank you to everybody for showing up, you know. And, I will see you all on Friday with hopefully a collab stream. We are planning on doing something interesting for a collab stream. That we're planning on doing like a different form, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna be doing it a little differently than we normally do, and we're trying to see if this new idea we have will work, because we've been running into a problem, and this is us trying to solve that problem. So anyway, that is gonna be it for me though. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send y'all over to Speaker, because he is also streaming tonight. if I can type. Raid the slime. And I will see you all later. Thank you all for coming along. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Make sure to get rest and food and such. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. And yeah, I'll see you all on Friday with whatever we decide to stream for collab stream. Peace out, folks. Have a good night.